I gotta turn my notifications off. All this damn hell. We gonna get our little shoulder.
Woo!
Girl, you know I let that play all day. I can let that play.
That one rock. Woo!
I can let that go all day. How you doing, girl?
Hey, welcome to Let's Keep It 100. I am Nicole Banks.
I'm just Jackie.
Hey, I hope you guys are turned up the way we are right now. Playing that Teddy's Jam, getting in the groove of things.
Hello?
Groove me.
I should have groove me. Oh, yeah. Baby.
So I know, welcome everybody. Thank you to another episode. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Let's Keep It 100.
Yes.
Myself, co-host Jackie. I hope you guys are doing okay considering the circumstances. Everybody should kind of be like in a quarantine routine by now. So I figured you guys are kind of like doing the same things that we're doing, just trying to keep it together. Y'all, forgive me if I get distracted many times tonight, because Jackie is just giving Dirty Diana fabulous.
Listen. I had time today. We quarantine. Girl, you know I ain't played in no hair and no makeup in a long time, so I was like, and I'm trying to match your fly. I'm trying to match your fly with the hair.
I try.
But you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Considering everything, pretty much the same as the last time we've been on here.
Mm-hmm.
Just here with the family. We cooked out like I was saying yesterday, so had a good time yesterday. The weather was perfect. I will be honest with you guys, I really, really, really miss New York. I do, but you trying
to leave?
Charlotte. Charlotte is fine. I'm here with my family, and the weather is absolutely beautiful. So small blessings. But same old thing with me.
What's up, Tech 44? How you doing?
How have you been? Any changes since the last time we've been on here?
How have I been doing? Listen, girl. Listen. I've been trying to do a healthy lifestyle, healthy eating, just, being more active, fitness and all that stuff. Listen, I think the last 2 weeks I have failed miserably.
Oh, are you falling off of your routine?
Yeah, I haven't been exercising as much, and I haven't been eating the same, like I normally eat. So I ain't even got on the scale. Thank God the scale battery died, because I'm scared to see what the weight is, because I feel like I would probably done gain probably half of the weight back that I lost already. So, but it's all good. All you gotta do is get back on the horse and, keep going.
Yes.
I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing wrong. I just gotta get back on task. Right.
I've definitely gained at least 5 pounds. But I'm not doing anything.
You know that ass.
So no surprise there.
In that ass.
No surprise there. I have gained at least 5. And I have a few things coming up. So especially now because, it looks like some of these quarantines are going to be lifted. So, going to be back. I'm not saying back to our regularly scheduled program.
Right.
Because even if the bans get lifted, I'm not necessarily doing a whole bunch of stuff. But there are things that I need to do. And so I definitely need to get back right. But
right.
I'm just being lazy and taking advantage of the,
I feel it, girl. I ain't
state
doing nothing.
order.
I'm tweeting the broadcast and stuff. So y'all, whoever's watching live, whoever's watching the replay, make sure you retweet. Make sure you share, post. If you're in Facebook land, hey everybody in Facebook land and in YouTube, how y'all doing? Make sure you share our broadcast and tell a friend. Appreciate you.
Definitely tell a friend, tell a friend. Make sure you guys repost it on whatever platform that you are watching on. Hello to everyone on Facebook. Hello to everyone on YouTube, Twitter, and whatever else we're at.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of Teddy's Jam and being quarantined, what did you think about the last battle?
Hey,
I know
listen.
you watched it.
I wasn't gonna watch it. I ain't gonna lie. After the first debacle, I wasn't gonna watch it. But then, all of us was talking about it, and I just so happened to be up on Instagram, and I seen the live pop up. I said, "Let me go and get up in there." At first, I was kind of nervous because I was like, "Yo, we about to have the same shit again." But anyway, they got it together. They figured it out. They got on each other's page or whatever, whatever, and it was actually good. Like, okay, for real, Teddy. If you watch this, Teddy, ready with the 1-2 checker. That's how you should have came the first time. Just sitting in your studio, chilling. That's it, Teddy. That's all we needed. And to play the music and keep it moving. But it was a good battle. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like it was hard. It's hard. I just want to say. Okay, I want to say it's a tie, but don't nobody want to hear that shit. Nah, you got to pick somebody. So I'm gonna pick Babyface. Babyface won by 2 rounds. Is that right? Am I saying that right?
Well,
No, he won by more
it's your
than.
opinion.
No,
It's your opinion.
he won more. He won more. He won by more than 2 rounds. What I'm saying, basically, Teddy won. He won the most rounds to me. I think.
Wait, Teddy or Babyface?
I'm sorry, Babyface. I'm sorry, Babyface won the most. I'm tripping, girl. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Put that drink down.
I'm tripping, girl. I don't know what I'm drinking. So listen, I told you I'm on that bootlegger. Don't let me be on that bootlegger. But Babyface won the most rounds. I feel like Teddy, he played some of the wrong beats, like some of the wrong tunes to because Babyface went first. So by him going first, he was like, okay, let me pull this out the bag. And I'm just like, yeah, some of them was a miss for me. And look, and let's keep it a buck. Babyface shady as fuck, but I love it. When he played the remix for Janet Jackson, I Get So Lonely, Babyface said, I don't do remixes.
You say you did that? Did you do that? Oh, I didn't know you did that. Oh, that's a remix. Oh, okay. I don't do
Babyface, I don't do remixes. I'm like, okay, Face, you about to throw shade. But no, overall, it was very entertaining. I loved it. And it was funny because we was in the little group chat, and there was a couple of songs that people didn't quite know, and I'm like,
right.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Well, I forgot y'all little young whippersnappers out there. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
but we had a good time. It was a good time. I enjoyed it.
It was a good time.
Mm-hmm.
What we've learned from that is that the old heads, as they say, still have a lot of pull. They still have a lot of fans. They're still very relevant.
Absolutely.
Even if one of the things that I like about this is the most is that even if you aren't familiar with all of their work, before you go into it, you find out a lot of things about everything that they've had their hands in, and how impactful they are to our culture.
Right.
Swizz ended up saying that like 3 million people tried to log in, but they couldn't because Instagram only had capacity for like 500,000 people.
Broke the internet.
Literally broke the app. So Teddy was right in that it needs to be taken off Instagram, right? Because remember when we talked about last time, he was saying, he wants to have it on a platform where it's more beneficial to him and, of course, to us, the fans, which I agree with now, because if Instagram doesn't have the capacity, then they just don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Also, it should be housed in something for us by us, right? And obviously Instagram is not that. So I agree with him on that. For me, Babyface won. However, it wasn't necessarily by like a long shot, you know what I mean? Because Teddy pulled out his jams. I don't think that they played. I don't really think that they played like heads up the songs that they should have played like together. You know what I mean? Like I'll pull this out and you pull this out, and it kind of wasn't. I don't know. I don't know if they didn't really think it out, or I don't know like what it was. It seemed like it was like a mismatch on some of the songs. But for me, Babyface definitely won, reminding me why R&B is still one of the greatest music genres to ever be created. And it also reminded me of like what's missing in today's R&B. Now, I'm not going to go down that route because I can talk about that forever.
We can talk about that forever.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go there, but it reminded me of what's missing. But so we're not gonna stay on the verses too long. The reason why I wanted to bring it up was because now that they've basically been pretty successful, Swizz and Timbaland, who are the founders of this battle, want to kick it up another notch, and basically they're saying they want Dr. Dre and Diddy to be the next battle. And that would be epic, right? But again, you've seen the limitations of Instagram. So Swizz's main thing was like, he wants to take it off of Instagram and kind of make it like a pay-per-view type of thing.
Listen,
girl. With the proceeds, he's saying the proceeds are gonna go towards like research with COVID virus, and he's saying that it's not necessarily for them. The proceeds will be going to a cause.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I didn't know that. I saw the tweet yesterday. Somebody on my, I follow on Twitter, and I'm like, I was kind of annoyed. I was kind of pissed because I was like, how y'all capitalizing off of this, off of us? I feel like they're trying to capitalize off of us. You know what I'm saying? And I understand Instagram capacity is only 500,000. Maybe Instagram might want to think about stepping it up a couple of more notches. You know what I'm saying? But just because Instagram was overcapacitated, I don't feel like they should just take it away from Instagram and then put it on a whole nother platform and then charge us to watch them do it when we just watched several people do it for free prior to them. You see what I'm saying? And it's just like I don't care what the capacity is. First come, first serve. If you can't, if you don't get there on time, you just ain't getting it. That's how I feel. And then maybe Instagram needs to think about go ahead and boosting up, the capacity and everything. Yeah. Because I'm gonna say this woman, they got paid. Don't get it twisted. They made some money because they are celebrities. They are verified. They have X amount of followers. Some change went into their account somewhere, even though we didn't pay.
So?
Huh?
You think so? Somehow, some way they got compensated?
Yes, I really do. That's like Kim Kardashian. Remember when she got robbed and stuff, and she shut down all her social media? One of the main things they kept talking about, she was losing I forgot how much they said she lost in X amount of days or a week, but it was getting up into the millions or whatever. But because she wasn't posting, tweeting, nothing, she won't making no money. So basically what I'm saying is when you verified you got X amount of followers, you making some money. Bottom line. And then they had 500,000 people in that room. You made some money, and shout out to y'all for saying you're gonna donate this to a charitable fund. Because I didn't know until you told me. But even if you do donate it to a charitable fund, how do I know that money going to them?
Well, yeah, for one, and two, just donate to the charitable fund. Like, why are you asking us for money to do that? Like, yeah. We're not doing that. Like, people are unemployed, you know what I mean? And if they are employed, they're saving their money because we don't know how long this is going to be going on, and whatever the case may be. But it's like y'all are already millionaires and billionaires. So like, okay, yeah, you should be donating some stuff. Why are you asking for us to fund the money for that?
I'd rather for them to say donations welcome. And then people will be more forthcoming to donate a couple of dollars here and there. Don't tell me I got to pay $5 or $9.95 to come watch the next versus battle. Just say,
Right.
hey, the next versus battle going to be here. There's no fee, but donations are welcome for whatever platform they're going to give this money to. And if
Right.
if anything, have a link that goes straight to them. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Have a link that goes straight to the foundation. I'd rather do it like that. If I want to come watch the verses, they click here if you want to donate. I know that link is supposed to be going to COVID-19 Foundation or whatever. So
yeah, I think unfortunately, I think they're starting to get away from the organicness of it, and why it started to be like the core thing that makes people like it and appreciate it so much. I feel like they're really getting away with that, and it's becoming more of I don't know, like a money grab. I
was
guess.
about to say they're just trying to make money off of it now.
Yeah, it's a money grab, and I just feel like there are other ways that, because I agree that it's some service that they are providing for us in a sense. We can't go to concerts right now. We can't go to live shows, so they are providing a service. And no, I'm not saying they should continue to do it for free. I just think that they should find another way to profit off of it, not necessarily change like what we've gotten used to, and then also maybe just not now, like maybe later on. You know what I mean? But right now, like during this whole thing, I feel like it's not broke. You know what I mean? Other than the some of the hiccups that they have in the audio, like the formula is not broke. So like, you know what I mean? Like why try to mess with it?
We ain't really had no issues with the audio before Teddy and Babyface, but Teddy was doing too much the first time, so I think that's why that was.
He definitely was. True Harlem nigga style.
We love him. Shout out to you, Teddy. We love you, baby. Cheers.
But let me know what you guys think about that. Do you think that they have a case for wanting to move it to their personal platforms? Y'all think that they should be charging? They've done it successfully all this time without charging us, but do you think it's about time because of the names and stuff that they're starting to bring in? Maybe I feel like they should charge. So let us know in the comments.
Once again,
everybody that has tuned in, thank you so much for tuning in. Please repost this broadcast on whichever platform that you are watching.
Shout out to y'all again. Like Nicole said, repost. Let us know what you think. Would you pay? Do you mind paying? Can you think of another avenue, another route they can go for verses? Let us know.
Yeah. So what else we talking about tonight, Jackie? What else we getting into?
Let's see. What else we gonna get into tonight? Okay, so here's the kicker. Had a conversation with you the other day. Didn't even know you went live because the conversation kind of like was similar to what you were talking about and everything. So I wanted to talk about accountability, mainly in women, just mainly for the ladies, and focusing on friendships first, like accountability and friendships with girlfriends, your homegirls, right? Yeah. So I wanted to talk about that, and then your topic was more focusing on probably like relationships, like dating and stuff like that.
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay. So I just wanted to hit the friendship part real quick. So my thing is, us as women, I've always said it, we don't support each other enough. We're too busy trying to tear each other down. We're too busy trying to we're too busy trying to support how can I say it? We're just busy. We busybodies and we busy in the wrong stuff. Let me put it like that. So my thing is, we have our special homegirls and girlfriends and all that stuff. And when I was speaking to you, I asked you, do you have that one homegirl that just, not that she does too much, but she's really not a supportive girlfriend. She's really a kind of like a negative entity or whatever, but she does have some good things about her, like good traits. So yeah. But us being that friend, we overlook that. We're like, okay, I know how Susie Q is, she means well. So are we taking accountability for that? Like, is that making an excuse for Susie Q to keep being Susie Q? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, and then Susie Q's that girlfriend that has all these homegirls. She thinks she's like the queen bee of all the girlfriends. She thinks she's the prettiest one. She thinks everybody should bow down and kiss her ass. And at the end of the day, at some point, your girlfriends are growing, they're maturing. So it's gonna get to a point where they're gonna look at Susie Q and be like, "Damn, bitch, you still doing the same shit after all these years? You ain't learned nothing yet." And then now it's like, what do you say? Like, okay, the same shit Susie Q was doing in 2001, she's still doing in 2020. But all these years, us homegirls kept letting it slide, letting it slide. Now we in 2020, and it's like, fuck Susie Q. I can't do this no more. How does that work though? Like, my thing is they should have took accountability with Susie Q years ago and had a talk with her instead of getting to a point where like, I've outgrown you, Susie Q. Either you gonna, step it up, or we gonna,
Right.
yeah. So what do you think about that? Like women not taking accountability in our friendships and letting each other run amok instead of
Right.
keeping them in check or whatever.
I think it is harder. I think it is harder to like check your female friends, and then check them in a way like, because you could check your female friends. Like, let's say they, I don't know, y'all fall out about whatever. It's not like unless it was major. Like, it's not like there's a real punishment. You know what I mean? Like when your friends act up, there's no real punishment other than you like not being their friend no more. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys have been friends for years, like you were saying, they would have to do something like really egregious for you to not be their friend. So I guess it just kind of doesn't happen that often. You know what I'm saying? And then like we were saying, as far as like just women taking accountability, period, it's like, we'll just brush it off. Like you said, like, oh, that's just how she is. You know what I mean? Like, she's just that way. She's been that way since we were kids. That's just how she is. But let's say somebody new comes into your life and the things that one friend does, like, let's say she just, I don't know, she just kind of is just like real brash or, just whatever. She just has like really foul behaviors that maybe you and the group have gotten used to. But let's say like you have a new friend now or a new boyfriend or whatever, and they come into the circle and, this one friend is kind of still doing whatever she do. It's like, before you check her on it, you probably would just apologize for her to the new person. You probably would just be like, oh, she don't mean nothing by it. That's just how she is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even think it really happens that often where you would really check a girlfriend like that. And see, it's hard for me to even say because I've only had like one real friend like since my teenage years. There was a time when I did roll with like a group of friends. It was a long time ago, like we were teenagers. And we did have that one friend that was just like the wild one of the group. And it was like that. It wasn't like we pulled her to the side and was like, yo, you wilding, what you doing is making us look bad or whatever the case may be. It was just like we would apologize for her to other people. Like, that's just how she is, you know what I mean? Or just ignore her or whatever. So it's like you said, like, we're not really taking accountability. You're just letting that girl slide. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I guess my question is, are we just as bad as that friend if we just keep saying, oh, that's how she is, or oh, she don't mean no harm or whatever. Because that friend is really a reflection of you too.
It is. And thinking back on the person that I'm talking about, I remember somebody pulled me to the side and they said that because they were just like, oh wow, you roll with that person? Oh, she's this and she's that. So does that mean that you are like that? And I was like, nah. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh no, like, I'm not that way. She had a reputation for certain things. So you're right. Like, birds with feathers flock together, like they say.
I hate that though. It's not. I know it's not true, but that's just that's the stigma that people use. I know two birds of a feather, but my thing is, should we say something and stop doing that? Oh, that's just how she is. Why do we do that? Do we do it because we don't want to have this argument and we scared we're going to lose the friendship? You know what I'm saying?
I think that has a lot to do with it because even with my friendship with my best friend, and we've been friends since we were 16 years old, and she has a bigger personality than I do. She's bossier than I am. Like, remember I was saying last week how I was saying on another podcast how like in each relationship there's a person that's more dominant. she's the dominant person in our relationship.
Okay. Okay.
So even when she does things that kind of not make me mad, but like I feel like, oh, she's doing too much, I won't always say that to her. I won't say like, you're doing too much. I can't really do this right now. I'll just back up. Like I'll back up and I'll give space. Maybe I don't talk to her for 2 weeks or something like that. Like I'll just let time pass and then we come back and we jump right back into it. So it's not like I'm checking her. I just, that's how she is, and I just let it go.
Right. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, now I'm gonna use us as an example. Now, y'all, listen. If y'all don't know me and y'all think y'all know me or know of me or whatever y'all heard about me, some of it's true, some of it's bullshit. But overall, I have a personality that can rub people the wrong way. I'm very loud. I'm very rambunctious. I don't have no filter. Like, whatever pops in my brain, that's the first thing that's going to filter out of this mouth. And then after I say it, I'll be like, maybe I should adjust some different words or whatever. So this is how Nicole met me. This is how she knew of me. And then once we developed a rapport, and then we develop a good friendship. Listen, this is why I say to you, Nicole, I expect you to say it now, Jackie. You know better. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to say, oh, that's just how Jackie is. Don't. We 40 plus years old, so maybe at a certain age, we need to stop doing that. We need to stop saying, oh, that's how she is. So you've never done that to me. You, like, if I come to you and say, hey, Nicole, can I, Nicole, this is what I was thinking, Nicole. I really wanna, like, I'll be having that shit ready. You were like, well, Jackie, I'm like,
well, so just because I'm not doing it in a harsh way, does that mean that, because that kind of is what I do, right? Like I'll be like, maybe you shouldn't say that, or maybe you should say it in a different way. Or I'll be like, if you say that, then so and so and so and so and so. So that's kind of like a soft check, I guess.
You do. You. I don't consider it even a check, because if I come to you, I'm asking you, like, what is your thought?
I
what is
like
your
you're already
opinion?
checking yourself.
Yes, I am. I'm like, listen, half the time I already know you're gonna say, girl, no. I'm like, I know, girl. I just had to ask. I just had to ask. Yeah, but you do that though. So I could be coming to you and you be like, yeah, girl, go on, tweet that shit or post that shit. That's what you could be doing, but you're not doing that. You're not saying, "Oh, that's just how Jackie is, girl. Go ahead and post that shit. Let it rock, let it fly." But no, you really being that friend and saying, "Nah," because I'm trying to be better, be a better person than I am the day before, and I'm just trying to be better. I'm trying to be more presentable and show myself in a different light to the world, not just to certain people. I mean, to the world, because I'm really misunderstood. I'm really misunderstood. I just have this ignorant ass sense of humor that I think everybody is going to enjoy, but everybody don't enjoy my raggedy ass sense of humor, unfortunately. I mean, because if you know me, you blessed.
So you feel like, well, what has been your experience? So have you had to, like, have a girlfriend that was kind of wild and kind of like check her like that?
You know what? I ain't gonna say I checked her, but it came to a boiling point, unfortunately. I've known this young lady since my son was 2 months old, and my son is now 24. No, whatever, girl. He 20. He 20 something. He 22. He's 22. So, yeah, 19. Yeah, somewhere around there, girl. You see me counting on them fingers. Listen, but he in his mid-20s. I'm just leave it at that. Okay. So I've known her since he was 2 months old, and we hit it off like whatever. And I even moved to Florida because that's where she lived, and I lived in Florida for a couple of years, whatever. Ended up moving back, but not because of nothing like we fell out or anything. Now we fell out several times over this decades friendship, right? So the last time that we fell out, that was the end all be all, because all the other times I was always the one going back and apologizing to mend defense, even when I know I wasn't in the wrong. But that's how much I loved and respected that friendship, our bond, our friendship. I was like, this is ridiculous. I said, let me just, cause she's pig-headed, bullheaded. I'm a few years older than her, but as I started getting older and maturing, I was like, no, I'm older than her, so I needed, like, I said, she got to grow up. So
Yeah.
I said, I'm not gonna go to her and apologize and do all that shit like I was normally doing before. And it's like we had this one last blowout. She was yelling and screaming and blah blah, and I was like, "Girl, don't say nothing you gonna regret." Because I was quiet. I could have went off
Mm-hmm.
too, because I already know how me and her are. But
Right.
she kept going and going, and she said the wrong thing, and we've never spoken again since. Now the thing is, she's the godmother of all my children.
Mm.
All my children. But my two youngest ones, they were younger. They really didn't get to develop that relationship with her like that.
Right.
But my oldest, they talk all the time. That's
Okay.
they talk. Her husband is and her husband is their godfather. You know what I'm saying? So they talk all the time. She'd be like, "Ma, such and such asked how you." I said, tell her I'm doing fine. I'm still living. I'm good. And that's
Right.
it. I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing else. But my thing is, that's the relationship my daughter and her have. I wasn't gonna say, you can't talk to her no more, girl. Bye,
Yeah.
y'all. That's their own relationship. Y'all do what y'all do. But the thing was, it just got to a point where I got tired of that being normal. It won't.
Yeah.
That the sad part about it was we let this shit be normal so long, and then
Mm-hmm.
once you get tired of it being normal, it's either you gonna talk it out like adults and be mature, or it's gonna be that thin line between love and hate, and everything blows
Right.
up, and we don't talk no more. So.
You know what I was just thinking? This is not something that I normally talk about, but I was just thinking about it.
Mhm.
I said that, and it's still true. I have had one best friend since I was like 16.
Mhm.
But I had a really good friend too. Like I said, yeah, y'all probably gonna be surprised because I don't even talk about this. But for y'all that know Avery, y'all know that Avery was my really good friend for many, many years. And her and I have an issue, and it's not something that was talked about. And I'm only bringing it up because of this topic. It's
Mhm.
like, if it was something that was talked about, I could probably talk more about this subject. But it hasn't been talked about. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I think sometimes, like with friends, it's hard because you know them so well, they know you so well, and like
Mhm.
it's so quickly that it could get ugly that a lot of times things are avoided. And I think that that's what's happening with her and I. Like it's just being avoided,
Mhm.
for whatever reasons, right? But then sometimes too, you just kind of outgrow people, and maybe you don't want to like address that.
Mhm.
Sometimes people don't want to address like whatever issues or or whatever they have for you. I know that's like random, but I was
Mhm.
just thinking about it. Like, is Keisha really the only friend? Then I was like, nah, she's not.
Girl.
But sometimes, like I said, because this person knows you so well,
Mhm.
they know what buttons to push. Things could get real deep and real ugly. And I think that's what you were saying before, as far as like avoiding it. Like sometimes we just avoid it.
Mhm.
It's almost like that's family. Like how in family, like they know all your ugly stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So you don't really want to like address that, and you kind of just like sweep shit under the rug and let
Yeah.
it go.
L-
Um,
I got
but
another story too, girl. Listen, I listen. I knew she was. Okay, okay. So you got that friend that's your woo, and then you got other people that you hang with too. I've never. I did it once, and I ain't gonna ever do it again. I the girl that I don't talk to anymore. I introduced her to one of my oldest friends from since elementary, since second grade. Like
mhm,
she came on the trip with me one time to Florida, whatever. The trip was a fucking nightmare. At the end of the day, got into an argument with the second grade friend. The second grade friend was mad at me because I was paying more attention to the other friend. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what I told her. I turned around, I said, "Bitch, I see you every day. We hang out every day." I said, "I see her a couple of times out the year." I said, "What's the problem?" So anyway, long story short, girl, big old altercation happened. I ended up leaving the crib to go get air or whatever. While I'm leaving the crib, the second grade friend, she telling the other friend, talking about me. Talking about me to her. I'm like, you just met her. But you know what pissed me off though? The other friend asked me how I found out about it though. The other friend. And
She
she
told
was,
you about.
yeah, and she was talking to trash about me in front of her husband. And I was like, you know what, friend? You should have said, "Hey, hold up now."
Yeah.
You should have cut her off and ended that conversation. But your
Right.
ass just wanted to hear what she had to say. And the crazy part is, everything she probably told you, you already know. But you gonna let her talk that shit about me in front of your husband? That's when I should have ended that friendship right there, because you
Yeah.
gonna meet a stranger and let a stranger talk that shit
Ooh.
in the house.
Girl, don't go down there. I just remember something.
Ask me, do I talk to either one of them today?
You just reminded me of yeah, it can get nasty.
I don't talk to neither one of them ladies today, and I'm gonna keep it above. Like, I see people from high school or whatever. How you doing? Keep it going. I don't call nobody. We ain't texting like that. The people who I talk to all the time are the people who I've met in my life within the last probably 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And you're one of them. You see what I'm saying? It's like, whatever evolution I went through, I'm here now. And I feel
Sometimes
like I
you gotta let the people go though.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't even realize that you've outgrown them.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for, like, whatever changes that you have in your life now, wherever you going now, like they say, everybody can't go with you.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're going through it, you don't realize that. You're like, oh, this is my friend, or she was my friend, or whatever. You know what I mean? I can't believe that in this next phase of my life, this person that has been there all this time before is not going to be there. But sometimes that's it.
Yeah. And you know what's sad? I really think she enjoyed my pain when I separated from my husband.
Really?
Yeah, she won't really. She didn't. She wasn't supportive. You know what I'm saying? Girl, don't let me have flashbacks. But anyway, we don't even talk no more. Who sing that song? We don't even talk.
Oh no, wait, yeah, Boyz II Men have a line like that, but so does Drew Hill.
Yeah, I was thinking about Drew Hill song, but nah, it just popped in my head about the accountability in all types of relationships and stuff, and how us as women don't really realize we're not being accountable for a lot of the shit that goes on in our lives, and how we can prevent it. So.
Agreed. And speaking of accountability, so I've been doing a little run on lives and in my own live, and it's a running topic that I've been talking about. And normally men say that, like, they feel one of the biggest issues they have with us is that we don't take accountability. So we don't take accountability for our actions and whatever things that we've done that could have been also that led up to the demise of whatever relationships.
Right.
And I totally 100% agree, which is probably a shocker. But I feel like women do need to take more accountability in the role that they play, like in their own disappointment, in their own heartbreak. And what I mean by that is that normally people, not just men, but just people in general, show you signs of things. And a lot of times we just look over the red flags, and we always, hoping for the best, wanting for the best, but not actually dealing with what's right in front of us. And, another big thing was, like, people wasting your time. Well, you give people your time, you know what I'm saying? And if you keep giving it to them,
Mhm.
Can't really control whether they appreciate it or not, whether they're gonna reciprocate anything. Like you can't control that. You can only control what you do.
Mhm.
And I think it's like if you are in any situation, whether it be a relationship, a friendship, like you said, a position at work, whatever the case may be, if it's not fulfilling to you, if it's not helping you grow, if it's not providing some type of service or, need or just something in your life,
Mhm.
why are you there?
Right.
And even with friends, like just because there's history doesn't mean you got to stay there.
Mhm.
If this friendship is not fulfilling to you anymore, if you have outgrown it, if they all they do is talk about shit that you just not on anymore.
Mhm.
Once you discuss it, nothing changes. Why are you there, right? If you're in a
Yeah.
relationship and you're giving and giving and giving and giving, forgiving, but you're not getting nothing in return, whose fault is that?
Hmm.
Whose fault is it?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you cannot keep blaming men. I sound
Mhm.
like a man here. Y'all got me pissed because y'all got me agreeing with men right now. But you cannot keep blaming men for like your heartbreak. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Because I don't care what we say. A lot of times they show us. Now
Mhm.
they can talk a good game. They tell you a lot. Niggas game a lot, so better game back. Foxy said it years ago. But their actions is what you need to be looking at, and a lot
Yeah.
of times actions will show you exactly what the situation is.
Yeah. And then what about our patterns? We're not paying attention to our patterns because, like, you keep having heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak. You can't keep thinking it's that man you're dealing with. Like, you have this one heartbreak. Let's just say you get over it. You ain't bringing no baggage or nothing like that. You get over it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got, okay, so the shit don't work out with this guy, it don't work out with the next guy. When are you gonna, like, really look at yourself and think about what's the common denominator in all these little breakups and stuff that's going on? It might be something within you that's not, two and two is not adding up to four or whatever. But we're not taking accountability for that either. We're thinking that it's something on the other person's end, like is something wrong with the guy or whoever
Right.
your partner is. It's always their fault. I will be woman enough to admit it up here. For years I was just blaming the ex for everything because that's I really thought it was just everything was his fault. But everything wasn't his fault. Yes, he made bad choices or whatever. Could I have been a better wife in certain ways? Probably, yeah. Because I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day,
At the end of the day.
us ladies are not being accountable for our own actions. So, like, let me just give an example or whatever. You dating a guy, y'all, or whatever y'all was. Who knows if y'all were boyfriend, girlfriend, or y'all were just kicking it or whatever. All right, we all know the old stories. You keep messing around with somebody catching feelings, whatever, right? All right, so the relationship comes to a nice halt peacefully, right, or whatever. And you bump into such and such, whatever. You see them somewhere, or such and such hits you up, text or whatever. Come on, what are we gonna do? What are us ladies gonna do, right? Like, yeah, okay. So my thing is, you already know how the relationship ended previously, right? So
Right.
why would you go back into it a second time around? You think it's gonna be different? Now, here's the thing, ladies. Come on, why are we going back a second time around? We got to be accountable for the actions. But here's the thing. Most women gonna go ahead and try it a second time around. Now I gotta, yeah, but now I gotta put it on the brother's side. Now I gotta put it on the man's side. Somebody gotta be accountable because the guy, he knows how it ended the first time around too. But in the man's mind, he not thinking, oh, we getting back together, we're gonna do this, whatever. But that's what that girl thinking. And I know that man know that's what that girl thinking. But you know what that guy gonna do? He's still gonna smash. He's still gonna smash that box. And then you're gonna be sitting over here talking to one of your homies or your friends. What did I do? What I do? Why she acting crazy? Like,
Right.
no, you should have took accountability and said, I know Susie Q. If I smack it on her, she gon' be right. We're gonna be right back to where we started. So somebody gotta sit there and say no. So we need to hold each other accountable. Like, even if Susie Q coming to you and throw that box in your face, be man enough to say, "Nah, I'm good." But most men ain't that strong to say, "Nah, I'm good." But go ahead and smash. But I don't want to hear none of you men saying, "What am I doing wrong?" I told her I ain't shit. No, I don't care if you told the broad you ain't shit, whatever. You already know how she feel. Then don't smash the box. Walk away. Because it ain't gonna do nothing but start another whole vicious cycle again, blah, 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 blah. Whether in the good, bad, or indifferent, I don't care. But we gotta start being accountable for our actions, okay? Be accountable for your actions, people. You know, mind over matter. I know that box be talking. But
You're
it's
supposed to be
mind
talking to
over
the women
matter.
here.
But yeah, so that's what I was thinking. Like, you already know. So why do you keep going into that circle again?
I think not just women, but I think humans in general. We
Yes.
always we always think things are gonna be okay. Right? Or looking or hoping for things to be okay. So this time around, he learned his lesson. This time around, it's gonna be okay. Or like I told her what it was
Thank
6 months ago.
He's still telling you he don't want no relationship. He's still telling you the same shit. So what we got that? Why we got that? Oh girl, he gonna change his mind button or whatever you want to call it. Fantasy, hope.
For whatever reason, there's something in us women that makes us feel like there's a possibility that the situation can change. And I'm not sure why. I'm trying to think of like my own history, and I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. I'm not feeling like I can change this person, or like I'm just, the best thing that he's ever had. So like he'll see that and things will change. But I thought like, if we keep like being together, we keep having a good time, we keep having sex, everything is going good. Like we're having fun. How could he not want more of this and want it on a consistent basis? I think like subconsciously that I was trying to convince myself of that. And then, it doesn't help that like the person is still taking, you know what I mean? It's not like they're like, no, remember I said, I don't want a relationship. It's like they're still spending time with you. They're still calling you. They're still, y'all still having sex. Y'all still doing everything that creates feelings between two people. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why we think that.
I don't know either. I mean, I'm guilty of the shits too, but I'm just saying, at the end of the day, you just can't keep blaming that man.
Well, that's the difference between me and some other women that I've seen. Like with me, it was a personal like disappointment, and when it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to or was hoping for it to, I was disappointed like on the inside. I wasn't saying to him, why did you waste my time? I was just disappointed on the inside. I was just like, well, damn.
You kept it internal. You kept it internal.
Yeah, like I was just like, okay, I guess, he was serious, and he didn't change his mind or whatever. But then it's been a flip side. It's been a flip side where, I was dating this guy and he was adamant, like, no, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want a relationship, like, whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. Because I wasn't really thinking about it at the time either. And then 3 months later, he was just like, yo, what's up? Like, what's up with us? And I'm like, 3 months? Like, only 3 months has passed. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you trying to switch this up? So, but still the conversation was had. It wasn't like I just assumed. The conversation was had. Like, okay, I would like things to change. And that's the thing that's not happening. Like, the conversation is not being had. Like, okay, we are a thing now. It's like, we just feel like, oh, we're a thing now. He calls me every night. And,
girl, I can't.
He loves me. No, he
Do you
don't.
love me? Do you love me? Do you
He
love
don't.
me? Did you see that video? Do you
Yeah.
love me? Only me? Love me?
You see how she didn't stop until he said only you.
Yeah. And then he was like, dang. And she said, smack.
All you gotta do him.
Oh my goodness. I was like, that's too cute. I was like, you love me? Love me. But nah, that was just something that was on my mind because I don't know, as adults, we just gotta do better and like you said, we haven't been really being accountable for our actions, and we always blaming other people for shit. But hey, you live and you learn. That's what I'm
Do
doing.
we though? I said, do we though? Come on,
Girl,
y'all.
I want to say,
my daughter said nope.
girl, listen, I heard her too in the background because I'm about to say no too, but no, you know what? Let me tell you, without telling shit, but just saying something. I feel like I'm just comfortable with where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
With where I'm at, what I'm doing right now, and
I feel like I've learned. I feel like I have learned to look more at, what the person is actually showing me and not, just what they're saying.
yeah. But if
Also,
wait a minute now, you got okay. All right. Hold on, because if the person say he ain't shit, but he's showing you he not shit, what's that? What you saying? Because you said you're gonna go off of what they showing you and not what they saying. So they saying they ain't shit, but they showing you the complete opposite. What are you gonna go off of?
Well, that's when you have to take accountability for yourself and decisions for yourself, because that's the other piece of it too. A lot of times we wait for the men to make the decision, like, okay, yes, we are in a relationship, or no, we're not, or yes, we're gonna move forward from here, or no, we're not, or just whatever. Like, a lot of times we wait for them to decide that, when you can decide that for yourself. So he is showing you that he's a good, okay, then make a decision that, yes, I'm gonna stay with it. And if you make that decision, then it's on you though. You know what I mean? Again, you can't go back to like blaming other people. Like, you made that decision. It wasn't, you can't like say, well, he did this and he did that, so for me, it's not really like that. It's like, I am making this decision, and whatever the consequences are, it's just on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm terrible at that though. I feel like it's easier if the guy kind of like shuts me out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? For me.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
Yeah,
I understand
but I'm still, listen, 45. I'm still trying to learn, y'all. I'm still learning shit. But my thing is, it take a lot for me to say I'm done with you. You know what I'm saying? Like it take a whole hell of a lot. Well, I have taken a lot before. Let me put it like that. I don't know. I'm not in a relationship right now. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever gonna be in a relationship again, girl. Because that last one took it out of me, baby.
Yeah, I feel you. And for me, I'm the exact opposite. Like, I don't give you a chance to show. Like, a lot of times, I don't give people a chance to show me something different. So maybe like you get into a situation, a relationship with me, and you mess up one time, then I'm like, I'm not fucking with you no more.
Yeah.
I don't give people like a chance to like redeem.
Okay.
And that's not right either, because people deserve a chance to learn that, okay, this is what they did to mess up with you. Give them a chance to show you that, they're not gonna mess up again or just whatever. And with me, I don't do that. Like, I don't give enough chances.
Never? You've never done it? Like, gave somebody a second?
I did it in like that last relationship. And I regretted it like the whole time. Like, the whole time I was in it, I was just like, the first time when I felt like I should have stopped fucking with him, I should have stopped fucking with him. And I felt like that for 4 years.
Hey, yo, when you watch this damn replay, look at the expression on your face when you said that shit. I was like, yo, Nicole dead ass.
Because that's how I really, like, when I think back about it now, like, I know exactly when I should have just walked away. And it was it was enough time that I enjoyed the person. I loved him, right? It was enough time that I could look back and be like, damn, I really loved him, and not look back and be like, that nigga hurt me and da 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 da. You know what I mean? But that's how I am. So I think it's the opposite of that. I don't give people enough chances to show me something different. You start fucking up, I just cut you off.
Okay. Now,
So.
All right, ladies and gents, you guys weigh in. Y'all watch this damn replay or whatever. Weigh in, tweet, DM us. I don't care how you do it. Let us know what your thoughts and opinions are. Do you think women are being more accountable? Or have we ever been accountable? Do you think we are capable of being accountable?
Let the men tell it. Hell no, we not. We ain't never been and we ain't never gonna be, as far as they're concerned.
We are. We are. It's a rare breed that are accountable, and then I think we are accountable to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not as much as we should. Maybe not. We're not as forthcoming as we should be. But yeah. But I can't keep listening to the women out here complaining and whining and when you really got to realize like some of this stuff is your pattern, like it's so.
And I think some of us believe that just because like we're like a good person, we can't be at fault, and that's not necessarily true either. Like you could be a good person, but you maybe you just weren't, I don't know, maybe just things weren't right. And maybe you did something to that specific person that was a deal breaker.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you a bad person, but I think people just feel like, oh, I'm a good person. I did this, and this, and this. He owes me, he da 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 da. And it's not like that all the time. Just because you're a good person doesn't mean that you didn't mess up. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. All right. If y'all
so let's get into our question of the week.
I was just about to go there. Question of the week. Yeah. Come on, girl, bring it to me.
So our question of the week. So I did a poll, and I asked, how do men deal with their problems? And I definitely expected to get a lot of what I got. So the question of the week: how do men deal with their problems? And I'm just gonna read some of these off. You guys could drop in your thoughts in the comments. And then I'm also going to repost it again on social media. All right. So some people said have sex. Some people said pray. Some people said internalize it, identify it, and find a solution. Separate themselves from nagging ass women. So that's when I had to, I was like, what? No, I said, are women your only problem? He hasn't responded to that one yet. I just thought that was kind of like a crazy answer. So this guy says, it depends on the problem. If it's something that can be fixed immediately, then do what needs to be fixed. If it's long-term, then set a target goal. And they said, depends on how urgent it is. One of my friends said, they don't. Another friend said, in the past, we had places where we could be around other men to discuss our issues, but these places are few and far between. I thought that was an interesting reply.
I think it is interesting, and my thing is, remember how BJ has said this several times on several platforms. He said, he looking for a brotherhood. And he said he ain't got that brotherhood that he's looking for. Like with his immediate family, we know the background about the immediate family. But he's looking at like a lot of the friendships he's built over the last few years, like the guys he's met and the ones that he's close to or whatever.
Right.
But for him to say that validates what that comment just said. It's not easily accessible anymore like that. Like when we was coming up, you had your family was a little bit more closer knit. You had your older cousins, you had your uncles, you had your granddad, whatever, your pops, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like that family dynamic is not like that anymore. Not to say it's not there at all across the world, but it's just not as dominant or profound anymore. as as of 2020 or whatever.
Right.
So yeah, I could get where that person's coming from when he makes that comment.
So
And
somebody else said barbershops, men only forums. Somebody said strip club.
mm,
Um, Somebody said like athletics, like golf,
mm-hmm.
therapeutic places, like
So
golf.
did they say it depends on what the problem is?
Yeah, depending on what the problem. So that's how this
Okay.
person is. Depending on what the problem is, liquor, poker, working
Mm-hmm.
out, sex. Find a woman you can confide in,
Hmm.
and not necessarily your other half. He said, but chances are, sex is involved with that individual.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else good sex. Somebody said men have problems.
Hell yeah. Um.
A lot of people
Hey,
replied with
Spade
keep it.
Bases. I don't know who that is, but thanks for joining.
A lot of men replied with keep it in or deal with it like by themselves. So that's
Mm.
one of the reasons why I wanted to ask this, because I had this conversation with my son and I asked him, how he felt about, like, if he had an issue or whatever, how he would go about dealing with it, and then also how he felt about sharing like his feelings. Like, do he feel like less manly,
Mm.
like if he shares his feelings about things, or he does get emotional about something? And surprisingly, he said yeah. Like, surprisingly, he said he feels like, especially like if he's like in a relationship, he wouldn't want his girlfriend to see him like emotional about something, or
Mm.
cry, or anything like that. And I asked him why, because he and I talk very well. So I
Mm.
was like really curious about that. And he said in his opinion, he wants her to not see him vulnerable, and kind of like be strong, I guess, in her
Oh
eyes
yeah.
always. You know what I mean? But so, and I think a lot of men feel like that. But I think I always assume that, like, if you know that it's a person or a woman or whatever that loves you and you trust her,
Mm-hmm.
I just assume that kind of went away, because you know that person is not gonna like make fun of you, or
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't make fun of you for being vulnerable or hurt, or emotional about whatever it is, and wouldn't use it against you like later on.
Right. Mm.
So I don't know, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to ask the question. Like, I know for us, like, we have our girlfriends, we have family we can talk to and stuff like that, but it's not looked down upon. Like, if we are emotional about something, like, it's okay.
Yeah, but I guess it still go back to the old rule of thumb. Like just talking about therapy. A lot of guys don't believe in therapy. They feel like whatever you dealing with, you deal with it however you deal with it on your own. You
Yeah,
don't go to
basically,
some.
that's how most people answer.
Yeah, so which is sad, but I don't know. Is that how society taught us? Us, the men. Is that what society taught men that you?
I believe so. I believe so. And I believe even if you weren't taught that in your home, I feel
Mm,
like majority of the people feel like that. So they
mm-hmm,
in turn make you feel like that. They make you
mm-hmm,
feel like it's not okay to, be able to talk and communicate about how you feel on the
mm-hmm,
inside. That something hurt you, or that, you're just not 100% right now.
mm,
And I think that's unfortunate. I know, like with me, people tell me all the time, like, I hold things in and then I blow up at the wrong time,
mm-hmm,
because I'm holding things in, and I think,
mm.
and that's me as a woman being like that. So I can't imagine a man walking through this life and people feeling like, and I'm saying that, but I know what it feels like. Like, I don't want people to see me vulnerable either.
Right.
I,
Yeah.
very few people that I confide in and would be okay with, um, seeing me in a vulnerable spot. So I mean, I get it, but I know that I have that person. Like, I know that I have a person. I just feel like men a lot of times feel like they don't even have a person
Yeah. They don't even got a
they can
person.
talk to, confide in, or whatever. And
Mm.
even that person, even like their wife or their woman or whoever, they still don't want her to see them like that. So I
Yeah,
don't know. I
because
think
they feel like they're
that's
supposed to be the
strange.
rock. They're supposed to be the rock,
Yeah.
and I get it, but damn.
I know, right? It's like, damn.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
I feel bad for y'all now. But anyway, that's the question of the week. So you guys definitely comment and let us know, as a man, how do you deal with problems? Because I know y'all got them.
Yeah, I know I got on my. I can't. I'm trying to solve them, so I hope y'all trying to solve y'all's too. Shit. Damn. But no, that's it, y'all. Let us know thoughts, opinions. Reach out to me. I'm just
Thank you
Jackie.
so much for tuning in to another episode. We really, really appreciate you guys. I don't even know what episode this is.
6.
Okay.
Yeah,
we're rocking and rolling.
Yeah, episode 6. Yep. Hey, Hendrix. Hendrix, how the hell you gonna pop in? We about to wrap it up, but we appreciate you popping in, Hendrix. Listen.
As usual.
Here's on the chain. He get on my damn nerves though. You had all that damn hair up under there. I was like, hell no. But anyway, thanks again, guys. We love doing this. We love coming back and interacting with our peoples and yeah.
Yeah, if you guys haven't known, it's been like every other week now we've been going live on Instagram. Just because, it's quarantine. We got a whole bunch of extra time now.
Forgot about that too. So yeah, listen, we'll be back here in 2 weeks, but we'll probably pop up on IG Live sometime next week. So
yeah, if you're not following our IG Live, go ahead and follow now. It's _ Let's Keep It 100. And you can follow me on all social media at Miss Nicole Banks.
Yeah. Follow me. I'm just Jackie on all social media. I'm just Jackie.
Make sure you share the broadcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah. And we'll see y'all
in 2 weeks.